big fight just got announced. Amir Khan and Canelo Alvarez. I know, yeah, a lot of people asked you about it, but when I first
don't believe it.
No, okay, yeah. When I woke up in the morning and I saw it, I'm like, is this a joke? I'm like, is this for reals? And then I kept seeing posts. I'm like, no way. And my first thought was, what the fuck? Like I couldn't believe it. What was your first initial thought?
I mean, I says he turned down like Cal Brook for this. I says, I mean, Cal Brook's an easier fight than this one, but like for him to, but he's very athletic. He's a good boxer. He can win the fight. He'd have to box a perfect 12 rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, can he do that? Possibly, but with the pressure that Canelo's going to put on him and the size and strength, I think that he will break him down somewhere along the way. And I think I like the bigger opponent, the bigger guy in this particular fight. But I wouldn't count Amir out. Amir is a good boxer, and if he fights a perfect fight, he can do well.
What would you say to someone that would say like, oh, this kind of reminds me of the Pacquiao-De La Hoya fight? Because I kind of have a feeling that's going to come out somehow. They're going to try to compare it to that. And I have my own take on that, but I'm kind of curious what you think about that.
Well, what I think about it is that they saw Miguel Cotto outbox him, and I think Miguel did outbox him. I still think Miguel won that fight, but it was very close. But the thing is, he's in with a big, strong guy, and Amir's a good boxer also. So maybe I think that's where they think. That's why they picked this fight, because they think they can outbox him. But he's going to have to fight a very disciplined fight. I mean, and sometimes he wanders off a little bit and gets away from the game plan and wants to exchange a little bit too much, and that's when he gets caught and that's when he gets knocked out. If he makes that mistake in this fight, it will be over. I mean, because Canelo does have knockout power in both hands, and I think it's an interesting fight, though. I'm not counting completely out, but I mean, I obviously like the other Canelo to win the fight. But the thing is, Khan, he could fight. If he
so you don't think it might turn into a situation where, like, because he has so much speed, so much footwork, he can end up surprising Canelo?
He can. I mean, the thing is, but the thing is, can he maintain that through 12 rounds with a guy with that big and that strong putting the pressure on you? I'm not so sure he can do that. I don't think so, because he hasn't proved it yet that he can last that long. He's he's outboxed a lot of guys early, and then he's taken out midway in the midway point. If he ends up exchanging with this guy one time in the fight, it changes everything. So it's a very dangerous fight. But I say, hey, you've got a lot of balls taking this fight. Yeah. That's what I gotta say.
Have you had a chance to talk to Miguel since this was released? Because I know Miguel wants that rematch. You want that rematch against Canelo. Have you had a chance to talk to him?
No, I haven't talked to him because I just got home last night, so I didn't get a chance to talk to him yet about that. But
so what are you gonna tell him? He'd be like, "Oh man, I can't believe this. Look, we can't get the rematch now."
No, it's just me and Miguel really don't talk about fights too much. Yeah. If I talk to anyone about opponents, it's Gabby, because Gabby's in charge of that more or less. So the thing is, we are gonna fight again soon, but we don't know exactly when and where yet.
Frankie Gomez is here. I know every time I talk to you about Frankie, it's always like, oh my God, he's so good. Like, so much positive things to say about him. At this point, where do you kind of see the path of Frankie in terms of how you guys want to course him through? Because a lot of people feel that he should have already gotten a title shot. A lot of people feel he could beat a lot of the champions at 140 pounds.
He can, but the key there is to get him at 140. Yeah, and that's what we got to keep, man. We got to be a little more disciplined. That's why I'm taking him to Manny Pacquiao's training camp with me, more or less, so to learn what fighters do to win world titles. And Frankie, I think his natural talent has taken him so far, and so he's just he's gotten away with a lot. So the thing is, in the upper levels and so forth, you don't get away with nothing. I mean, so he's going to have to be very disciplined, and this is our first step towards greatness, I feel. And Manny Pacquiao he's announced his retirement and so forth, and Frankie's going to be in his last training camp with Jose Ramirez, and it should be a lot of fun having those guys over in the Philippines. We're going to be over there for 3 to 4 weeks, and it's going to be a lot of hard work and runs and everyday training, because Pacquiao doesn't fool around. Pacquiao gets ready for every fight. He doesn't take anybody lightly.
Last topic or question I'm going to ask you. It's coming to an end with at least Manny.
Yes.
For you, and this is just something I've always wanted to ask you, what's like your funniest memory or moment with Manny?
There's so many. I mean, I think
The one that always sticks out. When you see him, you always be like, remember that one time?
You know, the thing is, I remember one time when he got mad. I've never seen him get mad at anybody before.
What time was it?
Well, it was back when he was having trouble making weight, and then he used to set up his dining room over in the corner of the weigh-in, and they used to have all his food and so forth. And Buboy forgot the hot milk. Right, because you have to drink everything room temperature or hotter, otherwise it'll mess your system up in Manny's mind. Right. So Buboy forgot the hot milk. I see Manny get mad for the first time. He slaps him in the face, and then Buboy
was it like a Rick James slap, like
real slave?
Yeah.
The first and last time I ever saw Manny mad.
So he fully slapped him.
In my life, I've never seen him like that before. So, but that's a good thing for 15 years, I guess.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, but the thing is, he does. I didn't think that was really in him, you know. But he was pissed off at Buboy that day. Don't forget the milk.
Yeah, don't give Manny warm milk. Freddie, it's good chatting with you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Freddie Roach, Marcos Vegas here in Los Angeles at the Wild Card Gym.